And how's it going, everybody? This is Splattercat with episode 9 of our LP/tutorial of Tropico 4. Where we're at right now is we definitely have some growth going. I mean, we're doing a pretty good job at expanding, mostly in this direction right now because we were trying to focus on our farming. I'm going to take my infrastructure now and just kind of build a road in this direction. There we are. And I can't really make it connect right now efficiently, but I can do this right here. And there we are. And then I do prefer to kind of subdivide things down, because what you'll find as the game goes on is that you kind of run, it's not that you run out of space, it's that you end up with traffic jams. So you want to have lots of intersections, you want to have lots of extra roads so that cars can go around if they need to. We are paused right now, so we're going to go ahead and turn it back on and just kind of see how things unfold. We're going to pray for no disasters right now because frankly, we can't really afford to sink them at the moment. We're riding it kind of close on money. Not so close that I'm feeling paranoid about the game ending, but we do need to kind of start seeing to people's happiness. We do have our churches built, so we do have priests coming in. This is going to see to the religious needs of people in this area, which I'm assuming is why we're getting flagged for religion. And also, I built one over here, which also has some workers. We're going to check our unemployment now. Our unemployment is 0, so that's what it was. We had high school educated people that didn't have jobs.
Presidente, may your children be many and your camels always...
We've seen that offer already, so I'm going to start skipping the ones that we've repeatedly seen. We don't have any beef farms or anything like that, so I'm really just not going to concern myself with them. Let's see... We have not broken even on our Fisherman's Wharf yet, but it will. We're just gonna keep, we don't want to pollute too badly. I don't want to destroy all our fish fields. And it looks like they replanted a field over here, which is good. And once we get a bit more money, I would like to take a look at how our finances are doing just with these various farms. They are bringing in money, and we really, I think we need to get a rum distillery, is where we're hurting most. I would like to see a rum distillery get built within the next fiscal period. A freighter is on its way in. We're approaching the end of the year, so between the 20,000 we're probably going to make here and the 10,000 or so we're going to get in financial aid, I think we should be ready to start a factory. I keep saying that, but we keep having difficulties, so I'm hoping our financial situation becomes a little less frigid and that we can keep ourselves just kind of moving along at an upward pace. And as you can see, you don't necessarily get the money that's loaded onto the boat. Sometimes they're stingy with it. It basically spends the money the second you get it to pay off your bills in order to avoid you screwing up and overspending. So hopefully somebody loads the rest of these goods. We've still got $9,000 hanging out. And I was really hoping to get that full amount before the end of the year. That would be really disappointing. And I'm guessing all the dock workers went home or something, which is unfortunate and leads to problems. But that means our next period is going to be huge. We're going to make so much money on our next period. So I'm not going to get too down about it, but we kind of just have to sit on our hands once again. The rotation of our dock workers is just not matching up with the arrival of these ships here, which is... I don't know if it's a flaw with the game or if it's a flaw with my transit system. But I think we do have a lot of new people. Wait, did he load the rest? No, he didn't. Come on, load the rest. Come on, little dock worker. You can make it. There we go. Okay, so we have $34,000 right now. So really what I want to focus on, like really want to focus on, is creating a rum distillery because we have the money finally. We have room for the rum distillery right here, which I think is right where it's going to go. It's going to get built. And which garage is overloaded? This one? Okay. That's fine. We do have the money for some more infrastructure. And I think a good spot for, well, my my idiot farmers are just farming everywhere instead of in the allotted slot that I put them. So we are going to have to kind of jimmy this in somewhere. I guess I'll make this feed to the opposite street just so we don't have more traffic on this road. Split it between these two. That may be why my dock workers aren't arriving. We're starting to get traffic jams already. And what I would like to do is continue attempting to alleviate that by building roads. Just lots of roads so that people can go around and they don't have to deal with certain things. Now there's no guaranteeing they will use the roads that I have built, but as we can see here, they came around this way and they pipelined into this garage instead of coming down this thoroughfare, which is really what we want. A freighter left with no imports. I think that's a bug, because it just left, it gave us a bunch of money. Of course it left with imports. $30,000, so we're in a really good spot right now. Our total balance, we don't have a lot of money left over after our rum distillery, but we are going to see huge amounts of money start to come in once we get the rum distillery running. What's going on over here?
Sir, the army is in dire need of facilities.
Okay, so we're going to dismiss that because we don't need it just yet. Who's living in this shanty? Some more pobre workers, huh? Okay. So I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can put a tenement right here. And it's weird because there's a tenement building right here that isn't full and it's free. So I'm not sure why people are refusing to live in these tenements. I don't know if it's because their job's too far away. But we'll sort it out. And our rum distillery's up. Now, I'm not positive we have enough workers for the rum distillery, so it's going to be slow going at first. And we really do want to get these super cool upgrades done on it as well, because that's going to make it make even more money. They want a cannery.
Venerable leader, the mighty Chinese dragon has a request for you.
We don't have a cannery yet, but I am going to accept that because as you can see, there's no time limit. They paid us $5,000 though, which means actually I thought we got the $5,000 after we finished the task. So that's even better. I'm gonna go ahead and start making some roads then. Why has this building not produced anything? It's probably because it's not connected to a road, would be my guess. I can't guarantee that. If the road... So if that situation doesn't fix itself fairly shortly... Let's take a look at our natural resources here. And make sure... So we are fishing out the water, as I foretold. You're getting little red spots here. I don't know if I need to connect this to a road. I probably do. Which is probably what's going wrong here, because it's got... output, but luckily it's a food building, so it's not really hurting us that much. I'm just going to demolish it and not worry about it for now. And once it gets demolished, we'll figure out another way to make this work. And let's see. I do kind of want to start getting touristy attractions built up, I think. I think that's really where I want to go from here, because we've exhausted industry for the moment. That's not to, don't misunderstand me when I say that. There are other economic opportunities all over our island, but I think the one I want to focus on right now is, let's see here, is tourism. Sorry, got sidetracked. I get kind of ADD when I play this game. We have lots of money ready to roll. Well, maybe. Only 7,000. We'll figure something out. I really want to avoid fishing this area because this is what our tourists are going to want to be in, is this little bay right here. I would prefer to just fish the hell out of this over here because they're never going to see it. And... since I had to get rid of that... I think I'm zoomed in too close. I am going to take a look around and see if I can do a cattle ranch anywhere, because I would like to get some beef going. So, right there is where our cheap little cattle ranch is going to go, and then I'm going to take that and just run a road that way for now, just so we don't end up in a situation. And there we are. I don't know why it converted that to a dirt section. It's probably because it's rural and it's outside the city limits. It'll be fine. We have $7,000 now waiting there, which may be the same $7,000 that we were waiting on before. I am kind of thinking that I should move a lot of my production to another location, maybe another shipping dock on the other end of the island, possibly, because this one seems to be a bit overextended, and it is going to exacerbate as time goes along. It's going to make our transport system, and it's going to make our traffic system a lot worse, because everyone's going to be trying to go here. So if we can split that between two locations, it may end better for us. Right now we do have $20,000. We're about to get our financial aid as well. We are in the red again. It's very likely... Oh, I forgot to undo my immigration. That's what it is. There we are. So hopefully the next boat brings us immigrants. I was thinking, why is why do I have so many unfilled jobs? That's why. It's because I disabled immigration. So...
My son, I've had an epiphany. Only when drinking alone does one truly communicate with God. Therefore, pubs are dens of evil, disturbing my flock's link to the Lord.
Nah, we're not doing that. What? I don't even see... Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that my people... I'm gonna do a citizen check here. The intellectuals are still our highest people, and we do have other problems, it appears. The religious are still pretty grumpy, because there's no cathedrals. But we still have the majority vote, I think. I do think we are going to be forced very shortly to build a military base, so I'm going to go ahead and look at the cost associated with a military base. We'll probably place it over here somewhere, away from our city. Let's take a look. Government... Army base. $14,000 needed for an army base. An armory's a little cheaper. I don't think we're up for election very soon. Let me see. Martial law is still in effect. And we're going to cancel martial law. Although an election may be very short. Maybe very shortly upcoming. I don't think we need to have martial law any longer. We have some workers here. It is breaking even already. We're already broken even on... Well, not broken even, but we are making a profit. Once this number is higher than 15,000, the building will have broken even. The militarists got happier for some reason, randomly. I don't know. And there's our next little boost of cash. So I'm thinking I'm going to buy the army base blueprints. And we're going to take the military base and just place it right there. And that is going to hurt... Oh man, our total balance is minus 15,000, so that may hurt us. It's only January. We'll see what happens with our exports. I'm thinking we may not be up shit creek too far yet.
Presidente, as you know, the elections in Tropico are under close monitoring from the United Nations, which I represent.
We've already gotten that one before. I am going to go ahead and address the religious issues. I'm going to praise myself like always. And I'm going to vow to build a cathedral. Actually, I'm going to vow to having enough generals in our army. Because I can guarantee we're going to finish that.
Of the upcoming elections has brought me before you. We are one step closer to our goals. Victory is almost upon us, but we must still push forward. There are long lines in front of confessionals. We shall not deny that. However, the reasons are as clear as day. We all know that the environmentalists are to blame for all this. Still, as Presidente, I have worked hard day and night, done quite a job to ensure my worth for the responsibility you have bestowed on me. Gracias, amigos. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow will come after the victory, and I have plans for tomorrow. As part of my reform plan for my next mandate, I shall see to it that our brave army has enough officers. Fatherland or death, we will win!
What is this?
Presidente, one of my tankers, New Titanic, has hit an unexpected iceberg in the tropical seas. It appears that floating behind ice-carrying ships to save on fuel is not a good idea.
It says this one's a little more iffy. So it says, as a result, I'm losing money, and all of the delicious Tropican fish are going to have a dreadful taste. Several of my friends have offered their help at a minimal fee. Beauty on our shores has dropped, and all fishing is forbidden in the affected areas. I'm gonna say fish what fish, because I don't care. We had the option to pay a bunch of money every year in order to avoid the issue. Why is our money so low? Oh, I guess we paid bills. Which sucks. Paying bills is awful. Just leaves that terrible feeling in the pit of your stomach. We do have a military base though, which is substantially better off than we were before. So now we can start getting our soldiers housed for free, which is going to free up some of the space in these tenements and these condos and all these apartments. So this is a good thing right here. I'm going to take a look at our lumber yard. It's not super profitable. Our rum distillery is getting there. They've almost broken even, so they're at $13,000 right now. I mean, it costs $15,000 to build, so realistically, we're just trying to keep ourselves mobile in an upward direction. And this building over here is an abject accident, so I am going to go ahead and pause it. That sucks because we just lost some money. It's because I hit a hotkey. I keep trying to move the camera with WASD, and that makes you build buildings. I really wish it didn't, but it does.
Coal is so dirty. Yuck.
Basically what I've learned from this game is never listen to the environmentalists because they do dumb stuff, like, constantly. If they had made the dialogue a little less obnoxious, I might be obliged to do what they wanted, but I can't deal with, like, hippy-dippy type stuff. It just makes me angry. Like, let's see here. Let's see, our upkeep would be doubled. Our upkeep is 600 already. And it's clean. We're not going to do it just yet. We'll wait a bit. And this is slowly lowering the junkyard over here is slowly lowering our pollution in the area. Although I think we do need another power substation, but we don't have the money just yet. So we're going to wait on it. And hopefully our exports for this part of the year are profitable. That's all we really can hope for. Because we're about to go negative. So at the end of December we are going to get financial aid, which is going to bail us out. That is the bare minimum amount of money that we can make. Hopefully the next freighter brings us some immigrants. I do really sincerely hope. And we do have a freighter on the way. I'm going to take a look and see where he's at. He's still pretty far out. We'll probably go negative before he gets here. Unless our financial aid comes in, and there it is. It saved us just in the nick of time. We're almost into the 1970s now.
Congratulations, Presidente. You have won the elections. People are content that no incidents occurred during the elections. You have their trust and all the credibility of our young democracy.
And what's important right there is we nailed the election speech. I don't know if you were looking, but we only had 120 votes and they had 40 before the election speech. After the election speech, we pretty much sniped 50% of everybody that was going to vote for my opponent. So, I mean, you can't really do much better than that in terms of an election speech in this game. We do have a dock worker on the way. He's going to load our $20,000 worth of goods on here. Hopefully he'll load these other 2 trucks worth of goods. And it looks like we're actually going to make quite a bit of cash this fiscal year. So we're sitting almost at $40,000, which I'm thinking is a really good opportunity to start working on our tourist location. So first things first, for tourism, you need a tourist dock or an airport, one or the other. So we are going to go ahead and take the tourist dock. And actually, let me take a look at my overall beauty before I do that. It's not under there. Maybe it's under island conditions. There we are. Beauty. So we're not going to be setting up a lot of beachside resorts. We're actually going to kind of want to drive people inwards to check stuff out. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and build ourselves. What I would like to do is actually extend our power grid. So this is going to be some work. We are spending some money here. And our power grid extends out to here. We'll just stick the power grid back behind this building, and that should give us 100% coverage over all of our interested vested areas. This may extend us out far enough for our tourist traps. I don't know. We're going to build a tourist dock now, which is the #1 way you want to get tourists into your island. We're going to sit it right here, actually, I think. And what we're going to do then is we're going to attach it to a road. And there we are. And then what we want to do is we just kind of want to get some things ready for our tourists. We want to have a garage first and foremost. That's one of the first things you want to have because your tourists need a way to get around. Let me check my budget real quick and see. I still have $22,000 to play with for the year. So I'm going to keep an eye on that number. And actually, I think this is where I'm going to cut off this episode. My name is Splattercat, and if you enjoyed the videos, please do like, comment, or subscribe. It does help me keep producing videos, and it also helps move me up towards the front of the search lists. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please let me know. If you don't like what I'm doing, let me know that too, because I would like to tailor the channel to get, you know, as many people into it as possible. That said, I will leave you and see you in episode 10.